Okay, who among you here are administrators of senior high school? Who among you here are administrators, principals, directors of their senior high school units? Ayan, palakpakan po natin sila. Dahil sila ang nag-uumpisa ng isang madugong unit. Tama ba? Sa kanilang mga eskwelahan. I mean, really, 2016-17 is a very, it's a monumental period in our education system because for the first time, all grade 10 completers did not go to college, right? In March 2016, but had to proceed to grade 11. First implementation for grade 11 is this year, 16-17. How many of us here are administrators for the college, at the college level? Administrators at the college level? Ayan. I know that right now, there are a lot of things that you have to be thinking about in terms of the grade 12 completers or graduates, right, in 2018, moving to college. Are they actually ready to hurdle the 2018 Gen Ed curriculum? Correct? And how we actually define the professional courses given the K-12 program at the basic education level. So on that particular aspect, we'd like to tell you that in 2017, every 2 years, the Philippine Education Conference is sponsored and launched by the Private Education Assistance Committee. We'd like to tell you that in 2017, when we hold our Philippine Education Conference last week of November at the SMX, one of the biggest topics that we will have to discuss will be the revised Gen Ed curriculum to be implemented in 2018. We work very closely with PACTED. So when we designed the program for the Philippine Education Conference, your immediate past president, Dr. Corpus, has been sitting with us in the design committee for the Philippine Education Conference. So there, next slide. The PAC, as you very well know, this was signed into law by President Marcos in 1968, but that's something very significant has of course happened with the change of administration. We now have a new chair. You know that. Ex-official chair of the Private Education Assistance Committee is the DepEd Secretary. Okay, so Secretary Briones sits as PAC chair, and in that same committee, we have the President of the Catholic Educational Association of the Philippines, very recently elected, that's Father Joel Tabora, President of Ateneo de Davao University. Representing the Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities is the President of the University of Baguio, that's Dr. Dana Rodas. And then representing the Association of Christian Schools, Colleges and Universities is Dr. Miguel Utohan from Maasin College. So these three presidents of educational associations are with us at the Private Education Assistance Committee, and their responsibility is really to take care of the sector, especially when we design policy for public-private educational partnerships. We also know that has always been what I have been discussing the last 2 years since I joined PAC, that we have shown some success in junior high school education service contracting. Meron po ba dito taga-DepEd from the Department of Education? Do we have representatives from the Department of Education? We'd like to, of course, acknowledge that the education service contracting is a program of the Department of Education. It is implemented by the PAC. In fact, the special provision in the General Appropriations Act is that the DepEd and the PAC jointly manage the GASPED programs. And what are the GASPED programs? The Education Service Contracting for junior high school, and an extension of that is the senior high school voucher program, which we started implementing this year. Okay, we also have a representative from NEDA, that's Dr. Sokko. Okay, so that comprises the PAC. Next slide. Okay, we'll just move the slides. I think you already have had a lot of introduction. Next slide, please. Who's doing this? Jenna, can you read that? Okay, we'll just, we anyway are leaving these slides with you. I have here a little introduction about Secretary Briones. No? Since I've been taking the rounds of conferences and conventions, we've been introducing Sec Briones. Okay, next. Next. Okay. We have seen her support for the GASPED programs. In fact, we'd like to congratulate DepEd for very successfully defending the budget, okay, for both ESC and the Senior High School Voucher Program. So hindi po totoo ang chismis na wala ng voucher program next year. Meron po kasi mga nakakarating sa amin na may nagsasabi daw na wala ng voucher program. Hindi po yan totoo. Meron din pong nagsabi when I was in Cebu, while I was being interviewed over ABS-CBN Cebu, they were asking, totoo daw ba na 2 taon lang ang voucher program? My answer is of course, talaga namang 2 taon yan. Anong ibig sabihin? When a student receives a voucher grade 11, the commitment is to give the student that voucher for 2 years until grade 12. But it does not mean that the senior high school voucher program is only a 2-year program of government. Because if you will go back to DepEd Order 11, which is the statement of policy of the voucher program, this is meant to be a long-term program for government. Now, this is something that will have to be an advocacy of the private education sector. Meaning, and I always say this, it's not because DepEd do not have classrooms for senior high school. That is why we have a voucher program. That was never the main reason why we have a senior high school voucher program. Okay, it is not because they do not have classrooms that we have to have seats for all grade 10 completers. This is really for the purpose of 1, operationalizing the complementarity between public and private schools. Second, increasing the share of private schools in the senior high school space. And third, student choice. We want the students to be able to choose where they want to go for senior high school. So hindi mo totoo ulit ang misconception na dahil wala ng classrooms ang DepEd, kaya nagka-voucher program. Please go back to DepEd Order 11, which is a statement of policy on the senior high school voucher program. And why are we very strongly, articulating these kinds of policy statements of government? We'd like to assure the private schools who already have made investments in senior high school, correct, that the voucher program is here to stay. In fact, in this initial year of implementation, we can claim some level of success. And later on, I will give you numbers. Why is it that in summer of this year, was it summer when we were in Baguio? It was summer of this year when it was all projections, right? Now this year we already have enrollment figures. We will show you that we really were able to migrate some 300,000 from public schools to non-DepEd senior high schools. And that was one of our targets when we were thinking of the senior high school voucher program. Okay, next. Next, okay, that's all about Secretary Biones. This is the team of the National Secretariat of the BAC. So I'm being helped out by foreign officers. Some take charge of processing, information management, information technology, etc. So you also know this, and again, I'd like to emphasize it now because sometimes, again, there is misconception of why a 21 billion program is being managed by the PAC. We don't have the 21 billion. The funds for GASPE actually go directly to the schools. Okay? That's why the DepEd orders made the schools open their land bank accounts because that is exactly how we want it done. We will just process the payments. We will just make sure that everything is in order. We tell DepEd Central that everything is in order. Your DepEd Regional Director has signed off on the documents, and then Central can release the funds directly to the schools. Okay? So that is how we've been managing both programs. So it's not correct that this money also is all downloaded to PAC. It is not. And that is also how we want it. It goes straight to the schools. That is why, whenever there is some talk that COA wants to audit GASPE, my answer has always been go ahead. Audit GASPE, go to the schools. Because definitely all of us want to make sure that this is taxpayers' money, pera po natin, ang pampondo sa GASPE. Gusto natin makasiguro na ang mga bata na tiniklaim ng mga eskwelahan na grantees nila ay totoong mga tao. Nagkaroon na po kasi tayo ng mga experiences na hindi sila tao. Ang hirap, no? Ano lang, hindi tao, hindi tayo, pero nandiyan, nasa listahan. Okay, every time we sign off on those documents, I always tell our regional officers, can we just make sure that these are existing grantees. Because definitely, we want to make sure that the program has integrity so that it will have to be continued by government. And second, of course, this is our money. Okay? Please, that's something that I'll have to keep on saying. If we are concerned about GasFed, it is because it is taxpayers' money. That's why we have to make sure that we have the correct grantees and that we have real grantees. In fact, alam niyo po ba na meron iba sa atin, sa inyo, na nagte-text sa atin para sabihin, i-check mo itong eskwelahan na to. Parang hindi yata tama na may 1,000 grantees sila ang liit ng eskwela. Meron po ako mga ganyan information na nakukuha. And meron naman po tayong witness protection program. So hindi po kayo babanggitin kung kayo na nag